Hey, I just wanted to jump on the GoPro real quick for just nice and easy first impressions of these Ultra Solstice XT2s that I got because they're about to go back to the store. If you've seen some of my other videos, you may know that I'm looking for that in-between normal and barefoot shoe design. Something that has some padding but not too much, still is flexible, still has ground feel, but isn't necessarily quite as harsh when you're walking on stuff like concrete. I thought that these Solstice XT2s from Altra might be that very thing. I tried them on at the store. I was impressed with how wide they were in the toe box, given that they are listed as the medium width, but they feel almost identical to the Lone Peak 6 toe box, which is listed as their widest. Of course, I did actually have to have the laces here as loose as they go because this part is stuck to the body, so you can't pull it any further. But still, it worked out a lot better than I expected with that part. So it really checks a lot of boxes. It's a relatively low stack height. As I said, the toe box is wider than I expected. So what's the problem? Well, I think it all comes down to the front here with the, whatever they call it, rocker, or, the toe off assist function. Because of the firmness of the padding of the shoe, it makes it much more responsive, and that's not good for me. I was trying to focus on walking properly, all the different technique aspects that take a long time to work on. I don't want to abandon that, so I was trying to walk correctly in these shoes, and I would get to the toe off part of me walking, and the shoe would get ahead of me and roll me. I think one time I even started to buckle my knee a little bit because it was just the shoe getting ahead of me physically. And just walking around Lowe's for a moment, by the time I got out of there, my Achilles, which is an old injury, if you saw my Zero review, I referenced it there, that started feeling a little funny. And my left knee, also the outside of it was feeling pretty rough, and that was really quickly. So then I tried them again in the house, just walking around a little bit, trying to keep it clean so I can return these things if it doesn't work out. And there too, it just didn't feel right. It just felt like for me to walk comfortably in these things, I would need to abandon proper technique and basically do half of a walking motion with your foot and let the shoe do the rest. And I'm sure for most people or longer distances or whatever, maybe that's a great thing to have that help and save energy. But when I'm trying to focus on walking correctly to keep my body healthy and all that good stuff and all the effort that I've put into doing that, I'm not going to abandon it for a pair of shoes. So unfortunately, these are going back, but I've got something coming that might be the answer. Time will tell.